Hi everyone! Welcome back to Learn English with Fatima. Today I thought I would give you another fun video talking about English idioms. I have a lot of these videos, so be sure to check out the others if you like videos like this one. Let's get started. First, let's talk about what an idiom is. An idiom is a group of words that have a certain meaning that can't be determined by each individual word. This means the only way you can learn the meaning of an idiom is by learning each one at a time. So let's start learning idioms. The first one is Achilles heel. An Achilles heel is talking about someone's weak spot. For example, I've always done well in math, but history class was my Achilles heel. This person is saying that math is their strong point and history class is their weak spot, their Achilles heel. To beat someone or something to the punch. This means to act before someone else does or before something else happens. For example, I like to beat my boss to the punch by bringing her my work before she asks for it. This means they're anticipating their boss asking for their work, so they bring it to her before she asks for it. That's beating something to the punch. To cross one's fingers. To cross one's fingers is to wish for luck. This is usually said after the wish. For example, the soccer championship is Saturday. Let's cross our fingers there isn't any rain. This means let's hope for the best scenario, which means good weather or no rain. Next, we have dead to the world. Someone who is dead to the world is someone who is deeply asleep and not aware of anything around them. For example, the dog was barking all night, but she didn't hear it. She was dead to the world. She was so fast asleep, she didn't hear the loud noises going on around her. 11th hour. Something that happens at the 11th hour is something that happens at the very last minute. For example, I finished my homework in the 11th hour and managed to turn it in on time. So this person waited until the very last minute to finish their homework, but did it in time and managed to turn it in so it wasn't late. Fine-toothed comb. To use a fine-toothed comb is to examine something very closely, looking for something like a mistake or something that was lost. For example, I've gone through the whole house with a fine-toothed comb and I still can't find my car keys. To get up on the wrong side of the bed. This means to be in a bad mood from the start of the day. For example, one might say, "Why are you so unhappy today? Did you get up on the wrong side of the bed?" Maybe they're saying this to someone who is in a bad mood, but there's no explanation for their bad mood. So it seems like they just woke up that way. To hold down the fort. This means to take care of a place or take care of an activity while someone who usually does that activity or takes care of that place is away. For example, everyone is going to the conference on Tuesday. I will stay here in the office and hold down the fort. So everyone's going to be away at a conference and this person is going to stay and take care of the place or the activities that are done in the office. To be in hot water. This means to be in trouble. For example, I received a bad grade in my physics class. I'm going to be in hot water when my parents find out. So their parents are likely not going to be happy about their grade, and they're going to get into trouble for it. John Hancock. So John Hancock sounds like a man's name, but it is an idiom. John Hancock was the first person to sign the Declaration of Independence. So if you know anything about United States history, you may know that. But now we use the term one's John Hancock to mean someone's signature. So for example, someone might say, I read over the lease agreement for my new apartment and put my John Hancock at the bottom. This means they signed their name at the bottom of the lease. To kill two birds with one stone. This means to take care of two things with only one action. This is a pretty popular idiom. For example, someone might say, if we stop at the bank on our way home from the grocery store, we can kill two birds with one stone. This means if they're already out for a drive from the grocery store and they stop at the bank, they're getting two tasks done with only one action, with only one drive. Let sleeping dogs lie. This means to leave something be so as to not cause trouble. For example, my mother didn't say anything about the broken flower vase, so I'll let sleeping dogs lie and avoid asking her about it. This means the mother didn't seem upset about a broken vase, but if they asked about it, she might become upset. So they're going to let sleeping dogs lie to avoid their mother getting upset. More than one way to skin a cat. This means there is more than one way to do something. I'm not sure why someone would skin a cat, but this is a popular idiom. For example, there's more than one way to skin a cat. My sister cooks the potatoes in their skin before peeling them. All this means is that maybe some people peel the potatoes and then cook them, but this person's sister cooks the potatoes first and then peels them. So therefore, there's more than one way to skin a cat, or more than one way to cook the potatoes. Nothing to write home about. This means that something is just okay, but not extraordinary or great. For example, the classes are great in college, but the food is nothing to write home about. This means that the food is really not that great. They're probably not going to tell their parents about the great food at college. Off the top of my head. This is talking about something that is said without advanced thought or advanced preparation. For example, one might say, off the top of my head, I can't remember what our boss told us to do, but I think I wrote it down somewhere. So they can't remember just with one thought what their boss might have said, but they have written it down, and if they find what they wrote, they will remember what their boss said. Pick someone's brain. This means to get ideas or knowledge from someone. So someone might say, hey, can I pick your brain for ideas about my project for science class? This just means, can I talk to you and maybe you can give me some ideas about something, or maybe you can give me some advice. That's what it means to pick someone's brain. To rain on someone's parade is to ruin someone's happy mood or their happy plans. So someone might say, not to rain on your parade, but I don't think that is the winning lottery ticket you have in your hand. So maybe this person is very happy because they think they just won the lottery, and then someone is saying, actually, that's not the correct lottery ticket. So they're saying, I don't want to rain on your parade, but a shot in the dark is a wild guess. If you think about someone shooting something in the dark, they have no idea what they're looking at, so it could hit anything. That's kind of what the idea is here. So someone might say, I didn't study for my math test, so every answer I picked was just a shot in the dark. This means they had no idea what the answers were, so they just picked something and hoped that it was right. A tall order is a difficult request to fulfill. For example, it's a pretty tall order if you want this project done by tomorrow, but my internet is not working. So maybe this person needs the internet to finish this project and it's not working, and the other person is requesting the project be done by tomorrow. It's a tall order because it seems like it's probably not going to happen. Up in arms. This means to be upset or defensive. For example, I tried to talk to my teammate about a new strategy for the game, but he was up in arms, thinking I was telling him he was not playing well. So this person tried to approach their teammate to talk about a better way to win the game, but the teammate felt upset and defensive, thinking the other person was accusing them of not playing well. Lastly, we have when hell freezes over. This just means something that is never going to happen. For example, our teacher will send us home with no homework due when hell freezes over. So this probably means that the teacher always gives them homework that's due. So it's nearly impossible for there ever to be a time when there isn't homework due. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed these new idioms. If you want more videos like this one, I'll link my other idiom videos in the description box below. And I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.